Hi everyone, welcome to Free Movement Dance Solutions. So today we're going to talk about the long-awaited tutorial on how you're going to create a hair donut bun. So, if you're wondering what in the world is a hair donut bun, if you can see So You Think You Can Dance, or if you see any of the big shows with a huge bun right at the top of the head, that is exactly what I'm talking about, and that's exactly what I'm going to show you today. Alright, so before we get started, there's just a couple of things that you're gonna need to make sure that you succeed in getting your hair donut bun. You're gonna need some U-pins over here, alright? So over here, I have 3 different sizes. So I've got the small, medium, and large, alright? So you just need some U-pins. You're also going to need some bobby pins over here. Just some regular bobby pins. You're gonna need some combs and some hairbrushes. Over here, I've got a hairbrush. I like to use this because I've got long hair. I like to just brush everything back, clear the knots first. And you will also need a rat tail comb. So a rat tail comb looks like this. It has a nice sharp tip over here. This helps you to do the partings. And I like to also use an optional teaser brush. So this is how a teaser brush looks like. It has wider teeth and really nice to pull the hair back. Not forgetting, you need 2 hair ties. So I'm using the slightly thicker ones. So these ones stay a lot longer and they're really tight. Don't use the regular thin ones because they might snap. Of course, you're gonna need some hairspray. So for the hairspray, I like to use something that lasts a little bit longer. So something like this works, but any hairspray that you can get would work. Don't really use hair gel nowadays, so hairsprays are definitely good enough. And of course, we've got a very cute accessory that's gonna go over the bun. This would be optional. So I've got a giant scrunchie over here. It's really nice and big. We're gonna put it over the bun later and we're gonna show you how it looks. Not forgetting, you're gonna need your donut over here. So these donuts, these hair donuts, alright, they come in different sizes and different colors. So just choose one depending on your hair color and how big of a donut you really want. So this one over here is the medium size one. So it's really nice and cushy. The best part about these donuts is that you can actually stick pins in. So let's get started. The first thing you're going to want to do is you want to make sure that you actually release all of the knots in your hair. I'm going to grab my brush over here and I'm just going to comb out my entire head of hair. So this is going to make sure that it's going to be easier for you to work with your hair. Alright? So I'm going to make sure I want to remove all of these knots. Alright, so I'm making sure to really brush through and give my scalp a good massage, because who doesn't like that, right? So this feels nice. Okay, so once I've brushed out my entire hair, I'm going to put this brush down because it has served its purpose. And now what we're going to do is we're going to pull our hair up into a nice tight bun. But before we do that, I'm going to show you exactly where the position is going to be, because this is going to be really important. You don't want it too low or way too high because it'll look really weird. I'm going to grab this orange colored rat tail comb over here. It's the same, it's just that it's a different color. So you want to make sure to pull your ponytail up from your jaw line up to your ears over here. So if you have a long straight rod, this is where it's going to make sure that it stays, right? You don't want it to go too high. You don't want it to be too low either. You want to make sure that it's going one straight line up. Alright, so let's try that. So I'm just going to grab all of my hair, alright, and I'm going to pull it up, all the way up. Okay, now, depending if you really want some fringe, alright, if you don't want any fringe, you can just pull your hair up all the way to the back like this. Or if you want some fringe, what I would do is I'll grab the rat tail comb first. I'm going to do my parting this way. And then from here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab some of my fringe out first. So I would just pull out some parts as fringe. So probably some of these over here. And I could leave them up as fringe and later actually tie them all back. Alright, so that's if you really want fringe, but today I'm not going to do any fringe. I'm going to pull everything back into a nice sleek high ponytail. To do that, I'm just going to use my bare hands first. I'm going to brush my hand through and pull everything up, making sure that the line goes from your jaw all the way up here. So I'm going to make sure, I'm going to use my hands first to pull everything back. Okay, then I'm going to use the brush or the comb to make sure that I have the line going on from my jaw, up my ear, up over here. Okay, so once this is all good, this is all done, you like the height, okay, what I then like to do is I like to use the teaser brush, and I like to really brush everything back. Okay, so take your time with this. Make sure that you really pull everything back. Don't worry about the baby hairs and the flyaway hairs, because all of those can be helped with pins and with lots of hairspray. So you're just gonna go ahead to pull everything nice and sleek back up. You could use a hairbrush as well, but my personal preference would be the teaser comb. So that makes a lot of difference for me. So I'm just going to go ahead to actually do all of these, alright? Same thing for the bottom. You might want to flip your hair front this way and really pull all of your hair up. Okay. So once you're happy with how it looks and how sleek back your hair actually looks, go ahead to grab a hair tie over here, okay, and you're just going to tie it up like a regular ponytail. Alright, the next step over here is something that I really like to do. I'm going to grab my hairbrush again and I'm going to comb through my hair to make sure that everything is nice and brushed out, because we are going to need to separate the hair in a bit. Alright, so just go ahead to brush everything out, making sure as much as possible there are no knots. Alright, nice. Alright, and once you're done with that, gonna grab your hair donut over here. This is exactly what we're gonna use now. So what you're gonna do is you're actually going to pull open this little donut. So you're gonna put your hand through like this and go around your ponytail. Alright, make sure it's at the very base of your ponytail. Now the best part about this is you really already want to make sure that if you're looking flat, you can see a little bit of it coming out of your head. You don't want it too low such that you don't see it this way, because it's not going to look really nice. So you want to make sure that it's kind of up this way. Alright, it looks kind of cute already. Alright, so that when you're looking straight, you can see a little bit of it sticking up over here. Not too much. Too much is going to be too high. So you just want a little bit sticking up over here. Alright, so once you're happy with that, this is going to be the fun part, which is you're going to flip your hair in front and separate the hair to cover the donut. Okay, I'm going to do that. So what you're going to do now is you're going to grab your other hair tie, just put it around your wrist first. Alright, and you're going to grab your hair, flip it around this way, and you're going to separate it around the donut to cover it. Make sure that you use your hands to feel that it's really covering the entire donut. Once you're happy with that, go ahead to grab your hair tie and go over your donut. And now that you have the beautiful look going on, you are actually going to separate your hair, okay? From here, you can either use the center parting to separate your hair, or you can go from the side. So I'm just going to go from the side over here. So I'm just going to grab some hair. Hello. And I'm gonna grab all of this remaining hair over here, alright, and pull it over to the side. You can pull the rest down to the other side as well. But then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna grab some of this hair and I'm gonna go around the bun to tuck it all in. So I'm grabbing a section of my hair over here. And what I'm gonna do is I'm actually going to basically go around the bun while twisting. So using my hand, putting 4 fingers under, twisting my hair and going over the hair tie this way, all the way around. And I'm gonna keep continuing because my hair is pretty long. So I'm making sure my bun is flat and I'm just going around this way. For the end of the hair piece over here, I'm just gonna tuck it in under all of these hair. Okay, I'm gonna hold it in place with my other hand. I'm gonna grab some U-pins over here. I'm using the long ones, yeah, because my hair is really long. And I'm just going to pin all of them in place. So again, I'm going to poke in to my head this way, downwards to my scalp, flattening it against my scalp and pushing it all the way in. One more time, I'm grabbing one part of the hair this way. I am making sure it goes perpendicular to my scalp and I'm pushing this all the way in. Do a few around your head until you feel like it's really nice and secure. Okay, so now that you're done with this, you're gonna go ahead to deal with this other side as well. See how I'm smoothing everything out? Again, I'm going to twist, 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 and I'm gonna go over and wrap it around again. Twisting it this way, making sure to wrap around the base of the bun. Once I'm here, continue twisting my hair and going around. And for the tail hair piece over here, same thing, I'm gonna tuck it in. Go ahead to grab your U-pins. Gonna pop some in, grabbing some hair, making it perpendicular to my head and pushing it all the way into the bun. You can feel how tight these pins really get. So same thing, don't worry about the messy parts first, we'll fix them later. Alright, so I'm gonna do this around the whole head. Grab, push, in. Okay, we're almost done. So, how do you deal with all of these little flyaways here that didn't really get into place? Very simply, you're gonna grab one more U-pin over here. You're just gonna use the U-pin to scoop it up. So kind of like just grab that little piece over there and you're gonna push it back into the bun. So you see what I'm doing is I'm grabbing that piece that's a little bit messy over here and I'm gonna go straight in and push it all the way back into the bun. Alright, so before we go ahead to put all these little flyaways away, I like to do the shape test. Making sure that it feels really tight and that none of the bun falls out. So now that I know it's actually quite tight, I would pop a couple more pins over here, because I did feel it move a little bit. But just go ahead to pop as many pins as you want because honestly, to me, the tighter the bun, the better. So once you're done with that, you can go ahead to grab your hairspray. And I like to grab the rat tail comb over here. And as I spray, I use the flat side of the rat tail comb, which is this side over here, to actually kind of push all this back. So instead of using the comb over here, I'm using this to push it back. I'll show you what I mean. So I like to do some sprays and I'll push it back this way. Of course, if you really want it to be really neat, you can go ahead and grab your teaser brush and kind of just go into it to really pull it all back up. Okay, once you're happy with this look, go ahead to grab your nice little accessory here and just pop this baby on. Oh man, okay, this looks way too big. Alright, so this is the final look. So you have your bun all up this way. It looks really nice and sleek. I'm gonna show you all around so that you can see how it actually looks. Bear in mind that my hair is actually really long, so the parts that I'm actually tucking in the hair actually is quite thick. Now if you have shorter hair, or if your donut is actually a little bit bigger, you're gonna have less hair to work with. Now, one workaround I would say, if you really want to make sure that this tucked in part is gonna be less, you could always braid it before you go around and pinning it in, so it will create a different look. So that's also if you really like that look. But if not, this is really looking good already. So I'm gonna do a turn around so that you can see how it looks like 360 degrees. So I hope that you found this video really useful for your dance journey, and don't forget to like and subscribe because it shows us how much you really found this video useful. Now if you have any questions below or if you have any comments, drop it down below so that we will definitely read it and give you a shout out. Or if you have any topics, you know, of anything that you really want to know, especially about dance, drop it down below as well. We'll definitely hear from you. Reach out to us anytime on WhatsApp, Instagram, Facebook, email, and we'll definitely reply you. But always know that here at Free Movement, we're here to support your dance journey from day one to eternity. So I'll see you again very soon. Take care, stay safe. Until next week. Bye!